Hello and welcome back to our second Roblox studio building tutorial. In this video, we will be learning the basics of optimizing a Roblox game, specifically part optimization. First, do you see this cyberpunk-style building? It looks pretty neat so far. But if we were to look at its wireframe or outlining of each polygon edge, it would be very busy. One way to begin is to see what can be simplified. For example, this corner has multiple cube parts rather than a single smoother wedge. Not only does it impact performance, but it also doesn't look as good as it otherwise could. So let's add a wedge. Remember, it can be found in Home, Part, Wedge. Remember to anchor it immediately as well. For scaling, I recommend going into the Model tab and unchecking Move. This allows the part to snap to other parts, which helps reduce time spent on a build by a large amount. Once I've done this, I'm going to match the incline of the wedge with the steps of these parts. This allows the wedge to follow a similar shape. Now, I'm going to increase the width of the wedge until it's just under the width of these steps. Because these parts are inside of a model, I can mass select them with Option Command for macOS and Alt Control for Windows. Then, we delete. The next part is easy. We just increase the width of the edge to the surrounding parts for a smooth finish. To change the color, just Alt or Option select the other part, copy the color, and paste it into the wedge. Now, copy the wedge and flip it over to paste it in the next area. You may need to temporarily reduce its width in order to delete the extra parts again. After that, copy it to every place where you think you can reduce the amount of parts. For any neon parts that are too bright, simply select all of them with Option Command or Alt Control and reduce the color's brightness until the parts still look neon, but are also a lot less bright. It looks so good now. Now we'll move on to the smaller parts. Using what we learned before, we'll simply resize the wedge to fit the incline of these steps and turn the wedge to the correct orientation. Also, if there is any gap where the parts used to be, just fill it in with a single part. Brilliant! We've reduced the part count by at least a few dozen. as well as exponentially decreasing the number of polygons and edges on this one side of the building alone. If you want, you could even add wedges to the corners here, though you must decide whether or not you want to compromise the style of your build when optimizing. If not, try to find a happy medium.
Thank you for watching, and please stay tuned for the next video, which will be a tutorial on realistically texturing this building.